Did you know the US government used its own soldiers as nuclear test dummies and then spent decades pretending it never happened? In the 1950s, thousands of American troops were marched toward Ground Zero minutes after atomic bombs detonated. Some were as close as 2 miles from the blast. Some had no eye protection. None were told the full truth. They were told this was training. They were told this was protecting America. The program had a clean, official name, Troop Readiness Exercises, but classified documents were quietly tracking their health outcomes the entire time. Those files were sealed. When these men came home and the cancers came, the VA denied them. Claim after claim marked unrelated to service. The experiment was over. The paperwork just needed to disappear. Part 2. This is where it gets darker, because the soldiers who questioned what they witnessed were silenced, not with threats, with language. They were told they were heroes being prepared for modern warfare. The government wasn't lying to enemies. It was lying to the men wearing its uniform. Decades passed. The cancers spread through families. Children grew up watching their fathers deteriorate from conditions the government said had nothing to do with standing inside a nuclear fireball. One fact refuses to stay buried. The documents existed. The health tracking was real, which means someone, somewhere, knew exactly what was happening to these men and chose the data over their lives. This is the Tuskegee template applied to soldiers. The same machinery, the same silence. The only difference is the uniform they were wearing when the government decided they were expendable. Part 3. Here is what they never want said out loud. These men enlisted to protect a country that was already running the experiment on them. They raised their right hands and walked straight into a data set. The VA denials were not mistakes. Mistakes get corrected. These denials were policy, systematic, consistent, decades long. When veterans filed claims, the official response was a form letter. When families pushed harder, the documents were classified. The architecture of denial was built before the mushroom cloud even settled. Some of these men lived long enough to testify before Congress. They described the flash, the heat, the order to stand up and march forward, and Congress listened, and the denials continued. The program was called Readiness, but there is only one honest word for enrolling your own defenders in a secret radiation study without their consent, and that word is betrayal.